Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. So, we are from group 6 and we will explain about festivals in Asia. So, our group consists of me, Harum Nur Rochman, Intan, Nurdiyanti, Safitri, Mizar Chumayun, Muhammad Fajar, and Radhea Uhada. So, for the first is what is festival? So festival is an event ordinarily celebrated by a community and centering on some characteristic aspect of the community and its religion or culture. It is often marked as a local or national holiday. Cultural tradition of the Ponorogo community. The history of the Grebek Suro district in Ponorogo is the custom of the people, especially the Waro, on the night of the first Suro who made overnight typos around the city and stopped at the Ponorogo Square. In 1987, Subarkah, first region, noted this phenomenon and gave birth to creative ideas of launching their activities with activities that led to cultural preservation. The day before First Suro was held across history march and kirap heirloom from the old city to the center to remembering the regional government center of Ponorogo from the old city to the central city. The night of First Suro was the closing of Reok Ponorogo National Festival and the race announcements. And the next is Solo Batik Carnival in Central Java. This festival is held in July in every year. Solo Batik Carnival is a colorful parade of extravagant designs, dance, and performance through the streets of Solo in Central Java. Solo is the cultural heartland of Java, where traditional practices are proudly performed and celebrated on the modern stage. For one special day in July, the best batik makers from far and wide come together to present their creation. The streets are lined with locals and the city takes on a fantastically flamboyant carnival atmosphere in preparation for the carnival. The parade itself features thousands of models, each wearing costumes more mind-bogglingly intricate and elaborate than the last, with music, dance, and theater all wrapped up in a riot of color. Solo Batik Carnival is an unforgettable procession celebrating the snow, the showmanship, and artistry of Indonesia. And the next is Java Jazz in Jakarta. This is the one of modern festival in Indonesia. So Java Jazz is the biggest musical event of the year in Indonesia. The festival is a 3-day celebration of contemporary jazz that always proves to be treat for music lovers from all over the world since its creation in 2005, which attracted 48,000 audience members. Java Jazz has grown in size and stature. Now, the festival hosts some of the top names in Indonesian music, along with a whole host of stellar international artists too. Previous headliners have included James Brown, Brian McKnight, Toni Braxton, Jamie Little, Stevie Wonder, Chaka Khan, Giles Peterson, Jamie Cullum, and Josh Stone. Last year's event was a massive success, drawing in a record number of 114,000 visitors and culminating in a performance by David Foster, Chris Body, and Sting. And the next slide will explain it by another member of this group.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mizar Chumayun. I am from 6th group and I will continue the presentation about festival in Thailand. The first is Songkran. The Thai festival of Songkran is one of the most prominent festival in Thailand. People take to the streets and throw buckets of water on each other, which symbolizes washing away the old year and refreshing everything for the new year. Songkran essentially turned into a huge water fight and street party, and it is a super fun time to be in Thailand. Okay, next is Loi Krathong. Loi Krathong is one of Thailand's most magical festivals. It takes place on the night of the 12th lunar month, usually in November, at the end of the rainy season when the full moon lights up the sky. The festival celebrates the tradition of making krathong, decorate baskets which are then floated on rivers. And the last is Yi Peng. Originally and even in its own right, marketing the marking the end of rainy season. Yipeng now takes place at the same time as Loi Krathong. Yipeng is a festival of light that shows respect to Buddha, which is why many of the Loi Krathong floating baskets feature little candle or lantern. Okay, I think it's enough. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, and then the next festival and cultural event is from Myanmar. The Paungdaob Pakuta Festival. This festival is one of the largest Buddhist festivals in San State, which is take place in the beautiful Inle Lake area. The celebration takes place over more than 20 days, where out of the 5 preferred Buddha images are paraded around the lake in elaborate, gilded barefoot by traditional longboat managed by hundreds of rowers. And the people come around the lake and pay their respect, and so do they enjoy the local food put up for sale near the banks of the lake. In here, visitors will experience local culture and enjoy the unique spec- spectacle of rowers dressed in traditional costumes, rowing boats standing with one leg. And the next festival from Myanmar is Dancing Elephant Festival or Kyeokse. Dancing Elephant Festival is also another famous festival in Myanmar. It is held in Kyeokse surrounded by paddy fields and 0 miles to the south of Mandalay. In this festival, huge elephant figures are made of bamboo, cloth, paper, and marvelous decoration with 2 men inside one figure to perform. The Gyeokse elephant dance is run by 2 men dancing inside the colorful paper and bamboo decorated elephant structure, trying to match the dance beat and the drum rhythm. The dance pays homage to Shweta Pagoda by circling 3 times at the foot of the pagoda slope. These traditions aim to increase and strengthen the people's unity. The magnificent elephants take a few months to create, People come together to play their part in preparing the speech of art. However, not only participants with the best elephant costume, but also participants with the best dance performance will receive a prize from the local committee of the festival. And after a whole day of dancing, the announcement of the elephants dance competition winner will be held at night. The indulgence and passion of the festival makes most people both inside and outside Myanmar attracted to attend it. Okay, thank you.
Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Radhea Nur Ajmali. I will explain about festival in China. Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year, also known as Lunar New Year or Spring Festival, in China's most important festival. It is time for families to be together and a week on official public holiday. Chinese New Year falls on Friday, February. Beginning a year of the ox, China's public holiday will be February. This is a Chinese New Year quick fact. You can read this in Chinese zodiac years. And the last Chinese year's history. The festival has a history of over 3,000 years. Celebration on Lunar New Year Day can be dated back to the ancient worship of heaven and earth. Over the centuries, new traditions were added and celebration became more entertainment oriented. Read more on. Okay, next, Chinese New Year custom. How do Chinese people celebrate the Chinese New Year? The first is the main Chinese New Year activities include one, putting up decoration, eating reunion dinner with family on New Year's, in three, firecracker and fireworks. Yes, the first is lucky ride items. Every street, building and house where Spring Festival is celebrated is decorated with red. Red is the main color of the festival, as red is believed to be an auspicious color. Red Chinese lanterns hang in street. Red couples are passed on doors. Banks and official buildings are decorated with red New Year picture depicting images of prosperity. Second is family time. Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, is a time for family to be together. Chinese New Year is the most important time. Wherever they are, people are expected to be home to celebrate the festival with their families. Their Chinese New Year dinner is called reunion dinner and is believed to be the most important meal of the year. The third is firecrackers. It has long been a Chinese tradition to set off firecrackers from the first minute of their new year. Fireworks have increasingly been added to the cacophony from public display in major cities to millions of private celebrations in China's rural areas. Setting off fireworks and fireworks in an indispensable festivity. Okay, the last festival is Dragon Boat Festival. Dragon Boat Festival, also known as Tuan Wu Festival, is a traditional and important.
Okay, and the last is festival and cultural event in Japan. The first is Yuki Matsuri. Yuki Matsuri, also known as Sapporo Snow Festival, is held for about a week in Hokkaido. This festivity is one of Japan's most popular winter events, starting out in 1950 when a group of high school students put a snow status in the local pub. It has since developed into a huge cultural event featuring snow and ice sculptures, which people compete in by making their own. It attracts more than 2 million visitors from Japan and across the world every year. Okay, the next is Omi Sutori. The Omi Sutori Festival, also known as the Sacred Water Drawing Festival, takes place over 2 weeks in March in the city of Nara. The Buddhist festival is a ceremony to cleanse people of the sins and bring spring to the new year. On the festival is often the cherry blossom or season blooms. There are many different events that happen during this festival, but the most famous is Otaminatsu. During Otaminatsu, giant fire torches that are up to 8 meters long are walked to the top of a balcony and showered down to the ground, which is thought to bestow people with a safe, healthy, and happy year. And who knew fire could be a blessing of safety? Okay, and the last is Aomori Nebuta Matsuri. Japan's most colorful festival takes place in August, featuring stunning floats shaped as mythological creatures and famous Japanese characters. Nebuta refers to the floats of a brave warrior figure which gets carried through the center of the city. The festival used these creators-inspired floats that replicate armies in the 800s to scare away the enemy. The floats are normally made from cotton, cloth, and bamboo. The highlight of the festival is the daily parade of enormous lantern floats, surrounded by large drums, musicians, and dancers. As a tourist, you can enjoy the food shock of the live music, cultural dance, and the mesmerizing light-up floats. And thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.